Okay, this is going to be sort of I'm going to pry into some things, and this is meant for those who think they're too intelligent for anyone else. They think they are more intelligent than you, and that's why they keep attacking you with spells and magic. So this is just sort of like a warning to them, so that they know what is going to happen, because they have no idea at all of what might happen to them. And here are some themes related to spells and their potential consequences, framed as warnings. So welcome back if you're coming back, and welcome if it's your first time. We are here to share everything which is to do with life and have guidances helping each other out. And I hope this helps someone. So, warning: the risks of spell casting. When people do spells and they cast spells on someone else, there might be unintended outcomes. Spells can have unpredictable effects. A love spell might attract unwanted attention, while a protection spell could inadvertently isolate you from everyone. So it depends on your intention when you're doing the spells. I'm not saying I'm practicing spells. I don't, and I try very hard to stay away from such kind of things. In fact, I don't even want to research anything or have anything to do with any spells or magic. But sometimes you are forced to go through in order to, for example, if you are spiritually attacked, you are forced to look up such kind of things. And so when some people, when they do the spells, it gives them unintended outcomes, and they end up having different things compared to what I mean, everyone, if there is anyone out there who is doing spells, they can resonate with this. They don't get the results which they wanted, because the spell is definitely going to wear off one way or the other. And it could backfire too. Backfiring. Casting spells without proper intent or knowledge can lead to backlash. Some people think they are doing spells for some good, and they think making spells and magic is a good thing. No, it's not. It's not. Anything which is to do with spells and magic is evil. Stay away from it. A hex intended for someone else may return to you with amplified intensity. Be warned. And then the third thing that you might experience is energy drain. You might think that it's working out when you're doing those things, and then you see those other people suffering or in despair. But some spells require significant personal energy. You're using all your energy in order to do that. Overexertion can lead to fatigue, illness, or emotional distress. And you might end up being a bipolar or something, have a mental illness. And then the fourth thing that you can, these people who are doing spells, they might end up with karmic repercussions. This is a warning, mind you. This I'm talking here, it's a warning for those who are doing spells, because I'm guided to give this out this way. Manipulating others' free will can create karmic debts. You're adding karmic debts on top of what your ancestors have done. So imagine you're carrying all your ancestors' karmic debts, plus you're adding even more on top of that. Actions may come back to haunt you in unexpected ways. So be warned and stop doing spells and magic. And the fifth thing that can happen: environmental impact. Magic often interacts with the surrounding environment. Spells that disrupt natural balance can lead to ecological harm or chaos. Whatever God has written down for what is to happen to you in this life when you come out from your mother's womb, that is all that is going to happen. It just depends on which direction you choose. He will show you A and he will show you B, and accordingly you will get the results according to what you have chosen. And that is never going to be changed. No one can change your destiny. Nobody. They have this like destiny swaps and everything. Those things, it seems like it's help. It's working out, but it's not. It's not, because by the end of their time in this world, they will realize what they have done. And it's only making things worse to the environment. It's changing the environment. And that environment is the first thing it will do is just affect them. It won't affect anyone else. And they're disrupting natural balance in the ecological system. And that's why I guess the more and more calamities are coming up, because you are just increasing God's wrath and making it, calling it to yourselves sooner than later, or maybe don't even call it. And the sixth consequence that can happen is psychological effects. The mind can be easily influenced. Spells aimed at altering perception may leave lasting psychological scars or confusion. And if you're doing it with a bad intention, and to somebody who is innocent, that spell comes back to you and you will get those effects. You will have psychological scars and confusion on the run. The seventh thing that you can get if you're doing spells is loss of control. You don't have control over any kind of spells that you're doing, because you're dealing with evil forces. Some spells, especially those involving summoning or binding, can lead to entities that are difficult to manage or banish. Entities actually are afraid of human beings, because they know human beings are higher in the eyes of God compared to them. But when they see that the weakness in you, they use it against you. And you end up being their slave instead of being their master. Human beings are supposed to be masters over everything which is on this earth. And the eighth thing that you can see is isolation. Engaging deeply in magic may alienate friends or family who don't understand or accept your practices, because you will have changes on you, both physically as well as psychologically, and the way you portray yourself out to people will be different. People will notice the difference and they will alienate themselves from you, because you will look weird. You will look weird. The ninth thing which comes up is dependency. Relying on spells for everyday issues can prevent personal growth and problem-solving skills. You might be gifted from beginning, but when you start dealing with spells and magic, you lose your gifts. You lose them. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And 10, legal and social consequences might come up. In some cultures, certain magical practices can lead to legal issues or social ostracism. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. You're losing everything in your social life. You will lose everything in your social life if you deal with such kind of evil activities. And that's what I'm guided to give as a warning to those who are dealing with spells. There's nothing like good magic and bad magic, or black magic or white magic. Magic is just magic, and it has been forbidden by God the Most High. And you are not allowed to use it. You're not supposed to use it. It is just a knowledge that you have to be aware that it is there, but you are not supposed to use it because it is evil and it has been forbidden. All religions forbid magic and spells. So always, if you're approaching magic, I'm not going to give a positive anything about this. Have a clear understanding of your intentions. Have a clear understanding of what you are doing. Yes, you might have the knowledge and you think you're responsible over it, but there is no control when it comes to that. There is no control about that, because once you start aligning yourself with the evil forces, you are nothing but a puppet. They are just using you to get the evil things that they want. And you're nothing but a puppet. You think you're your own master, but you're not. So this is a warning for those who are using spells. It doesn't matter what kind of a spell you're doing, and stop doing these love spells. They work for a certain period of time, but in the long run it will wear off and you will have worse results from it. Stop doing those things, please. Stay safe. Trust in God, have faith in God, and do the right thing. And stop aligning with the evil forces. They have no good intentions for you. The evil forces are your enemies. All they want is just to see you destroyed. So I hope this helps somebody, because they are thinking they're very intelligent and they can do anything that they want. What they don't know is that their mind has already been overtaken by an evil force that is making them into a slave and making them do things that they are not supposed to be doing. So stay safe, everyone, and protect yourselves. Stay grounded. Do your clearing, do your prayers. Always pray, always pray. Prayers are your biggest weapons. Never stay away from prayers. Always pray to God. Till next time, God bless.